Hello everyone, welcome back to the Python Full Course 2026, Part 2. In this video, we are going to understand what a variable is and explore how many data types we have. By the end of this lesson, you will clearly understand how Python stores and handles different types of data. So, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and grab your notebook. Let's get started. Variable is a name reference to an object stored in memory. I know that sounds complicated, so let me simplify it. For example, x equals 10. What happens here? Python creates an object in memory that contains the value 10, and x is attached to this object. So here, x is our name reference to where we store 10 in memory. So x does not store the number 10 directly. X is a reference to the object that contains 10. What is an object in memory? An object in memory contains value, data type, and some additional internal information, metadata. In our example, the value is 10, and data type is an integer. Now you understand what the variable is, let's talk about data types. Before that, let me comment the last code. I'll upload it to GitHub and you can check and practice with it. Comment means your interpreter will ignore it, that pass it. Professional developers always use comments in their code so that other developers can read it easily. Y equals 1000. It means the data type of y is integer. An integer, or int, is a whole number, positive, negative, or 0, with no decimal point. For example, a equals 120. B equals minus 13. C equals 0. All of them are integers. For decimal numbers, Python uses a data type called float. For example, f equals 10.12. Or h equals minus 85.545. A float is simply a number with a decimal point. How can we check the type of variable? It's very simple. Python provides a built-in function called type. For example, n equals type x. Now we are storing the type of x inside the variable n, then printing it. Print n. As I mentioned before, the type of x is int, or integer. Or we can make it simple and write like this. Print type x. Both ways are correct, but the second way is cleaner and easier to understand. The next data type is string. A string is any text written between single quotes, or double quotes. For example, s equals test. Now print s. Test is here. Remember, if you write s equals test, Python will give an error, because text must be inside quotes. The last data type is a Boolean, written as bool. A Boolean stores only two values, true and false. For example, t equals true. Print type t. And yeah, bool appear here. Or print 10 greater than 2. Important clarification. Even though true is similar to 1 and false is similar to 0 in some operations, they are not numbers. They are a separate data type called Boolean. Now that we understand all basic data types, let's apply them in some real examples. Now I've prepared a complete example so we can see all variable types together. In this example, I'll create one string, one integer, one float, and Boolean. As you can see, each variable has a different data type. Python automatically understands the type based on the value you assign. Example 2. Number inside quotes versus without quotes. Now let's look at something very important. What happens if we write a number inside quotes? Here you can clearly see, x is an integer, y is a string. Even though both look like the number 10, they are completely different types. When you put a number inside quotes, Python treats it as text instead of a numeric value. Understanding the difference between numbers and strings is extremely important. Many beginner mistakes happen because of this small detail. Now you understand how Python stores different types of data. In the next lesson, we'll start using these variables in real operations and calculations. Practice by creating your own variables and printing their types. Check the link in the description to access the source code in GitHub. See you on the next video.